like a million changes. Oh, here it is. Look at this shit, dude. Look at this item. So it's 3,100 gold, so it's the same price as all the lethality mythics now. 60 AD, 18 pen, 20 haste. So it's the same stats, but it gives 20 haste now instead of 15 for 100 more gold. Well, Youmuu's now is only 55 AD, actually. Yeah, so it's 5 more AD, 5 more haste, same pen, 100 more gold, though, but you get more stats. It's more move speed. Current one is only 20% move speed for 6 seconds. It's 25%. So it's basically the same, but it gives you better stats and a little bit more move speed on the active. But then, because it's a mythic, it has this, like, you know, this whole other passive on top of it, where basically you just gain these stacks as you run around the map. So it's kind of like Deadman's. Like, you know how you build up the Deadman stacks as you run around until you get the max speed? It's kind of like that, but this gives you up to 50 move speed out of champion combat, based on how many stacks you have. I don't know how fast you build these stacks up. I'm assuming it's like Deadman's. And then once you're at max stacks, you gain additional lethality, somewhere between 10 and 20, you know, depending on your level, scales with level. And then once you, like, enter combat, it takes 4 seconds for those stacks to fall off. So that means for the first 4 seconds you're fighting somebody, you have that extra lethality. And move speed, too. Yeah, because that's like the stacks, too. So you have the move speed and the pen for 4 seconds you're fighting somebody. And then you have to build up the stacks again. And then the mythic passive is it gives all your legendary items 8 AD, which is the most of any mythic passive. So yeah, so it's kind of like Deadman's, but it just has like a different effect on it. And dude, this is a Kled item, bro. Like, holy fuck! Like, you guys know I love Youmuu's, and I was hoping it would be good. This is like the Kled item, bro. Like, gives a shit ton of AD, pen, bunch of haste, a shit ton of move speed. And the most insane part about this item, for me, like, even besides the 10-20 pen that you get while you're fighting, like, that's crazy. But the fact that this move speed that you get, it doesn't fall off until a champion hits you. Like, you know how insane that is, dude? Like, because you're going to go Ravenous first, and you're going to go right into Youmuu's. That means you're literally just speed running around the map, just farming everywhere, farming waves, farming camps, like roaming, and the whole time you're super fast. Because until a champion hits you, that's when it breaks the stats. And even then, it takes 4 seconds, but like that means all the time you have like downtime where there's like no objective fight over, and you're just like farming. Like, you're going around the map like crazy, dude. You're everywhere. And then 8 extra AD on the mythic passive is so good. Yeah, you walk in a Nidalee trap for something at Team Mushroom. Fuck. This is crazy though, but the 8 AD is crazy too, because yeah, if you go Ravenous first, that's 85 AD right there. 85 AD into 60 AD, and, you know, into another 8. That's ridiculous, dude. Time it takes to build up is like Yasuo passive twice. Yeah, that sounds about right. And then while you're in the Youmuu's active, you stack it twice as fast. And I don't know if that means, like, because you also get 25% move speed. So, like, that would make you stack it faster too, right? Is that long? What, oh, 2 Yasuo? Yasuo pass doesn't take that long to stack. And that's if you're not using the active. So I guess you're incentivized to, like, use the active off cooldown. If you're not at max stacks. Yeah, dude, that's crazy. Yeah, I don't know how the stacking is based. I don't know if it's based on, like, distance or if it's just like a time thing. Because this says you generate stacks twice as fast, which makes it sound like it's like a time thing. I'm not sure. Maybe it doesn't matter how fast you're moving. Yeah, like, what if you just are in? Like, would you just instantly build it up? Like, if you are from a distance, would you just definitely show up with max damage? Dude, that's like... Dude, you know, 10 pen at, like, the beginning? So, like, if this is literally your second item, you already have 28 pen, dude? Nah, bro. What the fuck? If this is your second item, you're already ignoring, like, 30 of their armor. Yeah, 10 pen level 1 might be a little too much, dude. The first time you buy this is your second item, you're already on like 30 pen essentially, and that's without, like, if you don't have sudden impact. That's crazy, dude. Yeah, it's like, it like takes away almost a chain vest, almost. More than tab buy though, that's what matters. If someone just has tab buy, you can at least ignore that. That's crazy though. This is a crazy item. And then 8 AD. So, you know, once you're full build, assuming you have boots, that would mean you're getting 32 AD just from the mythic passive alone. And that's with boots. That's assuming you don't sell your boots. Honestly, why the fuck do you need boots? You're fast as fuck with this. Yeah, you might. I might go. That's what I was gonna say next. What up, Depth Slayer? What up, Tyranator? What's good? This patch would be 2 weeks from tomorrow, because tomorrow there's like a meaningless patch that comes out, and then this patch is 2 weeks from that. But yeah, that's what I was gonna say next. Like, I might go Domination more often then, because not only is Sudden Impact, you know, more synergy with this type of build, but then Ingenious Hunter would lower the active cooldown, which is more important because you want to stack the passive. But then also, because I'm definitely going to be going Prowler's Claw like every game, that has like the 5-second cooldown. So you could probably get that down to like 3 seconds if you have like full Hunter stacks. Yeah, like Ingenious Hunter stacks. That's crazy too, dude. That means you could get that shit off like so many times, like in an all-in, on like a not squishy target, or like a team fight. But this is crazy. Let me go in order. This is all skin stuff. Yeah, speaking of Prowlers, it's right here. Now Prowlers is not, it's not a mythic item, so it's just a regular legendary item. Yeah, it does not have any active on it whatsoever. There's no dash anymore at all. No damage amp thing. It's not like the current Prowlers at all. It's just a legendary item, not a mythic. It's 3k gold, so it's, you know, same price as like the lethality items now, like Youmuu's and Arc. 3k. It's 55 AD, 15 pen, 15 haste, goated stats. Like, those are just goated stats. Then it has this shit where after you dash, blink, or come out of stealth, your next auto attack, that's just an auto attack, your next auto attack deals extra damage. It's 85 base plus 35% of your bonus AD. That's like an okay amount. So if you have like 200, by the time you have Prowlers, this would be either your third or fourth item. As like Kled. This would either be your third or fourth item, depending on the game. So by that point of the game, you'd already have, if you have Ravenous, that's 85 AD. You have Youmuu's, not that one, the new Youmuu's, which is 60. So 145. Then this gives you 55 more, so that's 200 bonus AD. And that's not counting your runes. So you'd have like over 200 bonus AD at the minimum with this. Which means that the proc would be like, at minimum, it's like 160 damage. But probably more than that, because you're going to have like runes and stuff. Maybe like Infernal Drake or whatever, but at minimum it's going to do like 170, closer to 200 damage, and then it slows them by 99% for half a second. So basically your first auto like roots them for half a second. And I looked at the current display because I just wanted to compare it. And display now, it doesn't even, this slow lasts twice as long as current display. Display now only slows you for a quarter of a second. This slows you for half a second, which is, you know, that's a big deal in like League. You know, it's half a second's pretty big from a quarter. And this shit had a 15-second cooldown. This shit only has a 5-second cooldown. Yo, what's good, Yuki? What's good, bro? Have you seen these changes, bro? PB changes? Yeah, third item, yeah. But it has the base damage too, you gotta remember, it does 85 on the base damage if you're a melee champ. Does item haste work on non-actives? Yeah, it does. When they first changed, when they first added, like the new Rune Master, or sorry, when they first added ability haste, they made it so item haste works on, yeah, passive cooldowns. So yeah, it does. So if you have Ingenious Hunter, it does affect this. Like, even if you're in the game now, it affects passive cooldowns, like Edge of Night and stuff like that. So yeah, it does work. But yeah, obviously with Kled, he has like a million dashes, because both of his E's count as a dash. His dismount Q counts as a dash, and his ultimate counts as a dash if you target somebody. And then also if you flash, that counts as a blink. So if you EQ somebody, you just root them in place. You know, which is huge, obviously. And then if you ult on somebody, you can get the auto off, and that'll make it like guarantee that you're gonna land your QE. We trying to stack these items, but still low-key need Cerillas most of the time. I don't think you do need Cerillas. I mean, I don't even go Cerillas now at all. Like personally, like in the game now, I don't build Cerillas at all anymore. I just go Mortal Reminder. I think it's like better. It's cheaper. I don't think you need like a slow on your abilities. A slow on auto attack is nice, but also like the damage is really nice. And this is like a strong, you know, really fucking strong slow. Yeah, I mean, I don't think you need Cerillas. That shit's crazy. That's a crazy item. Gwyn's is crazy, but just for the Kled stuff, this is a mythic. Also, it's kind of funny that this shit just gives you 35% crit damage. Doesn't matter how much crit chance you have. Like, you could go IU first. Yeah, and then they buffed Mortal too, which seems really random. Mortal gives 5 more AD now. There's so many items, dude. What do they even buff on Triforce? It's cheaper. It gives you more stats, right? I'm pretty sure current Trinity Force doesn't give you these kind of stats. Let me compare it. This one currently gives 35, so it's 5 more AD, 5% more attack speed, same haste, same health. And this one costs 200 less gold. So it's 200 less gold, but gives you better stats. Everything else looks the same. So they just made it like just straight up better. Now, probably is just a legendary item on the PB. It's not a mythic. So Kled can keep buying Mortal Reminders single credit. Yeah, for sure. For sure, that's what I'm gonna do. I'm for sure that's man, where the fuck is this Mortal Reminder? Must have scrolled past it. It must have been with these crit items. Storm Razor, Rapid Fire, Kraken Slayer, Gale Force, Shield Bow. Also, Shield Bow is a legendary item too. So you could get this as Kled if you don't need Maw. It's not that bad. 3k is not too expensive. 50 AD, 20% crit. So you could have a shield like against executes if you don't need like Maw shield. Obviously you can't stack them because they're both lifeline. Static Shiv. How come I don't see Mortal? Mortal Reminder. Support items. Force of Nature, Moonstone, Virtue, Sterix. Dude, they have no idea what to do with this item, dude. They brought back the tenacity on the shield like it used to have a while back. And it actually lasts 8 seconds that you have the tenacity. But like, I don't know. The item is still weird to me. Yeah, Shield Bow could definitely be an option. Also, they lowered the Divine Sunder percent HP damage. They buffed the like base AD scaling on the Sheen proc, but the max HP damage is only 4% now on a melee champ. So right now it's 6%. That's pretty good for Kled. Abyssal Mask is like a crazy item. Bloodthirster, bro. This item's crazy. It doesn't have the shield on it though anymore at all. Yeah, Divine Change is nice for Kled. Rune Ends, some other bullshit. Support items. Collector has 6 more pen. Zeal, PD. I don't understand the PD. PD just like randomly got nerfed. It's like 200 more gold for 5% more attack speed. That sucks. It's not a good trade-off. How much was Divine nerfed? It was nerfed by 2% HP damage. But then they buffed the base AD scaling on the Sheen proc. So it does a little bit less percent HP damage. And does a little bit more base damage. That's pretty good for Kled because you can always just build... It's easier to survive when it's like just flat damage than a percent HP damage. Anyways. Dude, this is so random too. They buffed Maw by it's 100 gold cheaper. This doesn't even look real, like of an item. It's 2,800 gold for this much AD, MR, and a big ass shield. What? can't believe they're buffing Maw. Maw's easily one of the best items in the game right now. Oh, here it is. It's all the way at the top. All they did is they gave Mortal Reminder 5 more AD. But that's a pretty big deal because, like, right now, as Kled at least, you, like I personally don't even go Serelda's now. But if you wanted to compare them, like, Serelda's is 200 more gold than Mortal. Because Mortal's 3k. But this now it's only going to give you, this is only going to give you 5 more AD. And it costs 200 more gold. Obviously this has haste instead of crit though. And a slow instead of Grievous. So it's still a little different, but more AD is just so good. Yeah, Force of Nature doesn't do any more like percent damage reduction. It just gives you more MR straight up. But it still gives you 90 MR on one item. And they buffed Merc MR by 10. It used to be 40, right? And now it's 50. Yeah, and then you have permanent 40% anti-hail on all of your damage. And you have Ravenous Hydra, so you're AoE proccing it. So hard to learn Kled. I think he's kind of hard to like get used to. Yeah, I think he has a lot of like really weird mechanics that take a bit to like figure out, since it's not really like any other champ. I think he's a little hard to learn, yeah. Nah, Kshan is broken with these items. I mean, he's broken now, but they're making all these ADC items do hella magic damage randomly, and he already does so much hybrid damage, so it just makes him do even more. Heat Q and then auto 4 times. All you gotta know. Dude, and then think about all these crazy changes, and you know what they gave Gore Drinker? It gives you 25 more health on the stupid mythic passive. Who the fuck? Who cares about this item? Yeah, you need boots even less now. With Youmuu's giving you the speed. It only takes away that speed from you when you're in champion combat. And even then it takes 4 seconds for it to fall off. So you need boots even less. And then Stridebreaker gives it's more AD and it gives more move speed on the mythic. This item looks like a joke, dude. This looks like a fake item. Like, as in it's insane. Like, it's 3k, so it is more expensive, but it gives 60 AD, 400 health regen, 5% just move speed on it normally, and then all the other Hullbreaker buffs. Does Youmuu's just give AD? It only gives AD. Yeah, I was gonna say that too. That's kind of weird to me because, like, if you look at the Duskblade item, which is probably the most cringe item of all these items, but if you look at Duskblade Mythic passive, this gives you 5 haste and 5 move speed, so exactly what it gives you now. But yeah, Youmuu's just gives you 8 AD. It doesn't give you any move speed, which is kind of weird because you would think Youmuu's would be the one that had the move speed on it. But it's not like you're gonna notice 5 more move speed when you have all this move speed. So you'd rather take the 8 AD, but it is just kind of weird. You would think this is the one that they would give the move speed. Yeah, Hullbreaker is a decent item now on Kled, for sure. It's a situational item, but it's good now. But this Youmuu's is even, or this Hullbreaker is even crazier on PvE. If you go Gore now, you're actually just trolling for sure. Yeah, I looked at Prowlers, but man, we're looking all over the place. I don't know if Kev saw this, but it's just a non-mythic. It's just a legendary item, so you can just buy whenever you want. You know, it has the exact same build path as every other lethality item. This is the only build path they can think of. But this is a crazy item, dude. You can just dash on someone, slow them by 99% for half a second, do bonus damage. Dude, I'm telling you, Sion is gonna go Youmuu's, Hullbreaker, like... And yeah, you're not gonna catch him. He's gonna be mad fast, and he's just gonna shit on your tower instantly, and he's gonna be tanky. Yeah, it's a 99% still for half a second. Yo, what up, Mutashio? Revolution item whirlwind, never before knew once. Are we milking how good this is for Kled, or will this result in a nerf to him? I mean, I don't know if they're gonna nerf him, but these changes are really good for Kled in my opinion. Like insanely good. But I don't know if he ends up getting nerfed. I mean, luckily he's not a play champ, so that might protect him. Maybe they'll just nerf the items. Hullbreaker, Banner, and Zz'Rot and current Sion. Dude, Zz'Rot gave that Raptor Cloak passive too back in the day. Well, I guess they both did. And then Hullbreaker gives move speed now. You'd be so fast. I I'm just thinking, if you're a champ that did go Youmuu's and Hullbreaker, like, you're so fast, bro. Like, you're just everywhere around the map. They took out the only attack speed lifesteal item besides Bork. Well, what attack speed lifesteal? What do you mean? There's Shield Bow. Shield Bow is still attack speed lifesteal, right? Oh no, it doesn't give attack speed anymore. Oh, you're right. So it's only Bork as attack speed lifesteal? I mean, I don't care. That's even better for Kled. If he was gonna build this. Never needed Shield Bow in the Shiv PD era, because Ravenous Center. Wish they weren't so afraid of adding some complexity to the game. Everything is just passives. Yeah, I mean, Gale Force is still inactive, like Youmuu's is still inactive. These are all passives though. Yeah, they did try to get rid of more actives. These support items are all passives too. Yeah, I didn't really talk about Duskblade, but that's the biggest joke item. There's no way this goes live. This is the biggest joke item. All of your abilities just deal up to 15% more missing health damage. More damage based on their missing health. So that part alone is already broken. At like beyond belief, that's already broken. And then apparently, if that wasn't good enough, if you even if you assist a kill that's happened recently, you go untargetable. What the fuck is that? How is that better than going invisible? How is that more balanced than going invisible? You go untargetable, bro? It says target. Yeah, it doesn't even say champion. Nah, there's no way. Is this really gonna work on monsters too? Yeah, you instantly execute Baron, bro. But somewhere else they said that if you attack or cast any abilities, you lose your untargetability. So it kind of works like the invis. No, when you're untargetable, it's like if you fizz E. So no, skill shots don't hit you. Nothing hits you. The only thing that hits you when you're untargetable is dot damage. Dot damage, like ignite or like burns, and tethers, because tether abilities work like dots, like Kled Q. But no, when you're untargetable, you just dodge everything. So yeah, someone will like kill you and then just start walking away, and you can't even like hit them back. What the fuck is that, bro? Now this is a joke item. I hope they change this. I feel like they will, because surely everybody would complain about this at the same time. You know how annoying this would be to play against? Yeah, at least turrets can still shoot you. I mean, it's only 1 second, but yeah, at least they can see you. At least I can see where he's going. But don't let this distract you from the fact you could buy this on Kled and you could have an untargetable remount. Because if you get a kill, you're probably gonna remount, because it gives you a lot of courage when you get a kill. So you could have an untargetable remount. But I do hope they change this. This is dumb. Especially because obviously it's so easy to get a kill, because you do 15% more missing health damage. Like it's like trying to make it easy for you to last it. Katarina? Who thinks of Katarina when they see this item? Who's buying this on Katarina, bro? Bro, it doesn't even make any sense, because you would instantly Shunpo out after you get a kill as Katarina, because you would reset it and then you would break the untargetability anyway. This is like old Athene's Unholy Grail, kinda. But it does damage to the enemy, too. Kled has 20% less damage when he dismounts. I wish it was 10%. He has 20%. Yeah, it sucks. I wish he didn't have that either. This item's pretty good. Kind of cringe that, like, a support will, like, shield their teammate, and it just hits the champ. Like, it just damages you. Like, what? Like, Soraka heals somebody and you get hurt. What? Lethality Kled better than crit? I mean, you already go lethality and crit now. You would just do the same thing next match. You would still go lethality and you would go Mortar Reminder pretty often. Potentially Shield Bow. So you're still gonna go lethality plus crit plus percent pen. Oh, what, Athene? Athene turned out to be like a bad guy? Yeah, because the item was named after him. Forgot about that. What's the new build on Kled now? I mean, I'm thinking, I'm pretty sure the most like, I was gonna go play on PB, but apparently it's like buggy as fuck, which always happens. Every time there's like a big patch, the server just doesn't work. So maybe another day, but I'm pretty sure the build is just gonna be Ravenous Hydra first, still, rush Ravenous, and then you just go Youmuu's second for sure. Because if you have with Youmuu's and Ravenous, like you have so much AD, you have so much haste, you got hella pen, and you're gonna farm so fast because you have Ravenous, so you instantly clear all waves and camps, and then you have up to 50 move speed out of champion combat, so you can keep farming in your full speed. Only champion combat slows you. So you're just gonna run around the map and just farm like crazy. And then anytime you attack somebody, you have a shit ton of pen. And yeah, and then it gives you 8 AD per legendary, which is insane. Because this item already gives you 60 AD, and then Ravenous gives you 85 AD. And then after you have Ravenous Youmuu's, your next item would either be Mortal Reminder, which they buffed. Now it gives 40 AD, gives 5 more AD. So third item, you either go Mortal or Prowlers, depending on how tanky the enemy team is and like who you're attacking. So yeah, dude. And then after that, you just go, situational, either Maw or like Hullbreaker or GA or whatever, or you go Shield Bow even. It's pretty crazy. Yeah, you could go Ravenous Ghostblade Hullbreaker. Like, you easily could. Hullbreaker is insane, dude. Insane item. Ghostblade on Gen. Why'd they nerf Zeal? Why'd they nerf PD, man? I love PD. Why'd they have to nerf it like that? That was fucked up. That was unnecessary. They made it 200 more gold just to give you 5% more attack speed. What the fuck am I supposed to do with that? That's unnecessary. Yeah, and the build path is so ugly. Look at this. Ew. Ugh. What is this? I hate this item. This blue item sucks. Hearthbound Axe, yeah. Don't like that item. Yeah, I was going PD too much. I had to nerf it. Kirchi's built out a longsword? Yeah, how much AD does it give you? Kirchi's shard. Wait, what do they do with Runans? Does magic damage? It's really called Peck. You're getting pecked. Dude, this item makes no sense. Like, it's insane. You see this? It's a 2,400 gold item, free. The shopkeeper basically hands this item to you if you want it. Imagine dying to peck. Getting pecked to death. That's like a Caterpie. You become a Caterpie dying to peck. Look at this item, dude. It costs nothing. It's free. Gives you 300 health, 60 MR, 10 haste. That's crazy. Then, if you just walk up to someone, you lower their MR by at least 5. But more. It's 1.2% bonus health. I mean, this gives you 300 health. 300 bonus. So it's already reducing your MR by 8. And then it gives you 9 MR every enemy around you. You know what that means? That means if you're around one enemy, you have 69 MR. Don't forget that. Don't forget that number. If you walk up to one person, you have 69 MR. And it costs nothing. This is a ridiculous item. Yeah, people are like, oh man, tanks are so weak. Wait, let me see the comments for this, actually. That reminds me. I mean, I don't even think Force of Nature is gutted, but this is just a really good item too. But Force of Nature still gives you 90 MR on one item, and health, and move speed. Like, I don't even think Force of Nature is bad. But this is just crazy. People said, no, now I won't be able to do the funny old school fizz. What is it? I don't know what he's talking about. Fuck, man. Who cares about the catalyst, bro? They remove the mana. It's OP. Reverting back to shit, and this guy's icon is Riftmaker? Wait, how is this bad? Well, some people, this guy, no, most of these people are complaining. Finally, an MR support item? What about Mikhails? Mikhails has been in the game. Unironically, a huge buff. There we go. No one built this item because it was too situational expensive. Now it's very easy to access. See, at least this guy's logical out here. Galio, let's go GG. Bruh. Who cares about this stupid Eternity passive, bro? Things are gonna eat this? Is that good? Gunblade? This guy's off topic. Here we go. Yes, tanks. Exactly. Zac item? Downvote. How come I can't downvote on Twitter? No one likes that passive. I'm over it, dude. This is a broken item. I don't see how you could read this and be like, bro, my items are so weak, bro. Damn it. Damn it. Let's see what people say about Divine Changes. Oh, all these people I've muted. Nice joke. They deleted it. How did they delete it? Definitely changes. Where nerfs? What? What are these replies? Now this is AI replies. These are all just one word. Like, what are they even saying? Enough of this guy and his Duskblade. Anything. It just got cheaper. Nah, I think this will outperform Sunder on plenty of champs. Wait, how much does Sunder cost? Damn, like, yeah, it's 170 more gold for Divine. Nah, no way. I think Triforce is in there, dude. Same health, same AD, same haste. But this one gives you 35% attack speed and costs 200 less gold almost. Obviously, they have different passives. I think this is good. Zac made I find it very funny when to downvote his comment about Abyssal Metal. Nah, I was just kidding. I just find Zac annoying to play against. I don't really care that much. But that item is crazy, Abyssal Mask. New locket. Wait, yeah, true. Also, being ranged doesn't matter. Unlike Divine. Okay, I don't care about the build pass. I don't know, this item is still like a meme. I mean, it's not bad. But like, this is still a weird item. And like, Tenacity stacks like such ass right now that bringing back the Tenacity buff and the shield is not as good as it used to be. I don't understand why this shield is only bonus HP. Like, why is there no like base shield? Or like, why isn't it like max HP or something? This is like a weird item. It's not that bad, but it's like weird. Can't tell what's the stair exchange. It's just that now it gives you Tenacity for 8 seconds. It doesn't do that now. It used to do Tenacity, but they took it away for a while. Huge on Cho'Gath. Size. Radiant Virtue. There. That shit costs nothing, bro. 2,700 gold? That shit is more than that. Nah, it's at least 3k. This is 3,200, dude. Wait, it's 500 gold cheaper? It's 500 gold cheaper. Same armor, same MR. But it gives 10 less haste, 50 less health. And then it increases your max health less. And it heals... Wait, it heals way more. It heals... you and allies 10% of your max health? Right now it only heals 3%, 3% of your health. It's gonna go up to 10% and it costs 500 less gold? That's crazy, dude. Nah, that's way better. What the fuck? 10% of your max health, bro? Sion on his way to Soraka ult every time his Radiant Virtue pulses. God damn. Moonstone Renewer. Don't care. Dude, nobody can complain about support items, bro. This shit costs 2,300. Are you serious? How can somebody look at that with a straight face? 2,300 gold item? Yeah, and it gives 30 AP, 200 health, 20 haste, mana regen. If you heal or shield an ally... Wait, healing or shielding an ally chains to the nearest ally, and it heals Force shields them a part of the amount? Brother. Then it gives you more haste? Brother, this is a joke item, dude. This is not a serious item. This is a real joke item. Let me see what people are saying about it. My Nurse Akali build is dead. Yo, Mutasha, get off Twitter, man. Stealing Mila's passive. Please be viable on Senna. Do I want to know what this says? How can I click it? Huge buff for Sona. How does it interact with AoE heal and shield? And it's just gonna go to the nearest. It should just be to the nearest teammate. Ivern buffs? True. Yeah, Ivern goes crazy with this, dude. It costs nothing. I mean, I still think this is a good item. It's 400 health, 60 MR, 5% move speed. And then once you stack the passive, you get 30 additional MR, 10% more move speed. Obviously, it doesn't have it's not as good as it is now, but I think it's still good. This item is crazy, I think. And he said it's a legendary item because there's no mythic passive here in the description. It's just bugged right here where it says mythic. This is supposed to be a legendary item, but this item sounds insane to me. It seems pretty simple, but it seems really good. It's 55 AP, 20 haste, mana regen, whatever. But then anytime you slow or immobilize a champ, it gives that move bonus damage. And then it marks them for 4 seconds, where if a teammate hits them, they deal additional damage. And then you both get 20% move speed. But the fact that it costs just nothing. Like, it costs 20, again, it costs nothing. These support items just cost nothing. I feel like, yeah, this is definitely like a mage support item. Or like, yeah, like Lux. Like, Brand could easily go this. Like, I feel like even like a poke mage mid could buy this, like, unironically. Like, if you're a Lux mid, like, I don't know, it doesn't sound bad. Like, why not? Like, if you're gonna play like a mage poke mid, like, you're never gonna split push anyway. Oh no, Ash W, that's cringe. Corki? Yeah, but he doesn't slow though. It has to slow or immobilize. I guess you could package in, but you can't like spam proc it. Yeah, like exactly yeah, like if you're a mage that has like a slow or something. No, it sounds like it could be good. The fountain heals your mana a bit faster. Dude, and I don't know, I mean, I saw this, obviously, but I don't know how many of you guys saw this, but Teleport unleashes at 10 minutes now. Instead of 14, a 4 minute. That's a huge buff, obviously. And then you get Home Guard 6 minutes earlier. So they're just trying to, like, the game is, like, getting sped up. That's so good. That's so good, man. What is his name? Life Well Pendant? How much is this? 1,000 gold? 150 health, 20 armor, regen. Interesting. Lord Doms increases your magic damage too. A lot of magic damage. If you're top lane, yeah, you could still go Ghost. It's just that TP got a lot better. I don't understand the font change. It looks the same. Now, the way Force Nature is now, when you fully stack the Steadfast passive, it gives you % reduced damage from like magic damage. So you can compare it right here directly. Currently, it's 2,900 gold. So on PB, it costs 100 more gold, gives you 50 more health than it does now, gives you 10 less MR. But the main difference is on the passive. The current passive, when you fully stack it, which is only 6 stacks, you get 25% reduced magic damage incoming. Now it takes you to 10 stacks, and what you get is only 30 MR, and then the move speed again. So now you just get 30 MR instead of 25% reduced magic damage. So it's definitely worse. But I still think it's better. Or I still think it's a really good item. But it's just definitely worse. Yone with Lord Doms. Dude, all the ADC items do mad magic damage. Like, everyone's just gonna do hybrid damage. Yeah, AP test tomorrow? Don't worry, dude. This patch is not for 2 weeks. But make sure you memorize all this tonight. Yeah, remove all that AP test knowledge out of your mind. Think about the AD test. Storm Razor. This item's broken, dude. I never thought I'd say it. But Storm Razor? It's gonna give you a 45% move speed burst real quick. And it does bonus damage. That's busted. For an ADC to just auto you and get like 50% move speed left real quick. And it does bonus damage. That's crazy. What they do to Rapid Fire? It gives 30 AD now, 50% attack speed, 20% crit, 10% move speed. It's like the same thing. It just gives different stats, costs more. Pretty good. Pretty good item. This is kind of a cap item. It's not a mythic anymore. It's just a regular ass item. 40 AD, 30% attack speed, 20% crit, but then it does like hella magic damage. Like a shit ton of magic damage to you. It doesn't do true damage anymore. It just does a shit ton of magic damage. Wit's End is just trash. Wit's End is trash now almost. Except for like a couple champs, like pretty much trash. Yeah, why would you even build it? Fuck the MR. Yo, RK, thank you for the 7 months, man. Oy vey. Appreciate it, bro. Thank you, thank you. I built Wits today. Oh, were you Aurelia? That's like one of the only champs I can buy. It makes sense. Even this build path is ugly. How do you even get to 40 AD from this? This is like, what, 25 or 30 on Noon Quiver? Yes. Gale Force. People are saying they nerfed it, but how? Isn't this better? I don't understand. This just seems better. It's a lower cooldown, which is a pretty big deal, because current Gale Force, this item's already broken, right? Like current Gale Force, like I'm pretty sure we can all agree on that. This is a busted ass item. And this has a 110-second cooldown. But this one has a 90-second cooldown, so it's 20-second lower cooldown on the PB version. It does physical damage now, which isn't that better? Because you already get a bunch of magic damage from your other items. But this one, now this benefits from your armor pen. More, because if you go lower downs and you have 30% armor pen, like the physical damage benefits from that. And then it gives a little bit less AD, 5 less AD, 5% less attack speed, but in exchange you get 7% move speed. Like I feel like for an ADC that's so worth. You lose 5 AD and 5% attack speed, but you get 7% move speed. And then you get more AD on the Mythic passive anyway. Instead of like a low amount of move speed on the Mythic passive. This seems a lot better. Yeah, but I guess it has a different build path. This build path is goated though. I guess BF Sword is like not always. I mean, it's the same thing as Noon Quiver. It just doesn't have pieces. I don't know. I think this is really good. But yeah, that's true. Because I guess it's nerfed because it's a mythic. So it is kind of nerfed. I mean, like it's a mythic now with IE and Quick Blades, so you can't have both. Every ADC farms so easily, bro. If you can't farm without Noon Quiver, what are we doing? This is pretty good though. 200 base shield. You're not gonna buy this early. I mean, I guess you could, but thinking for like Kled, you would not buy this early. For Kled, this could be good. 3k for 50 AD, 20% crit, and then you get a shield. You just can't go Maw with this. And Maw is always better unless you absolutely don't need it. Like you absolutely don't need a magic damage shield. BT is always better. I don't know. BT is like definitely a late game item. And I think this is not meant to be a late game item. I think this is supposed to be like early mid game. BT would definitely be better like later in the game. Where's BT? I think it's like higher up. RS Clipper is gonna deal with everyone having magic damage. Doesn't matter, dude. Every ADC already instantly kills you. If you don't instantly kill them, the ADC is already instantly killing you anyway. It honestly doesn't matter. Like, you're still getting a one-shot either way. Like, ADCs are definitely not going to be balanced with this patch, but they're already not balanced now. So, like, do I really care? Like, they're broken either way. I mean, is this still, like, the slow bouncing lightning or what? Or is it like the old Shiv where it's instant? 45 AUD, 25% attack speed, 20% crit. I'm about to buy this on Cullen, bro. I'm about to zap them. This is kind of a weird item. 60 to 170 and only scales off of AP? It's so weird. Why is it AP scaling only? What AP champ is gonna buy? I guess it's like they want you to buy it if you're like a Guinsoo's champ. Guinsoo's Kog'Maw or something. That was new Stormrazor? Nah, I think it's like insanely good. I just saw it. I think this sounds insanely good. It's like, you know, it's just a regular 3k AD attack speed crit. Pretty good stats. You know, 55 AD is pretty good. But what it does now, instead of slow the target, it gives you like a 50% move speed burst, and it does bonus damage. I think that sounds really good. Like, think about like for an ADC, like you just hit someone real quick and you just haul ass. And it's just more magic damage. Really good. That is kind of interesting that Lord Doms is still going to be 35 AD. Mortal is going to be 40. But then this one gives you magic damage increase still. Interesting. This is such an SA mode item, dude. I don't know why this gives you 5% armor pen, 6% magic pen every mythic asset. It's so busted. I know, IE has like nothing. Pretty straightforward. Just AD, crit damage. Yeah, Rageblade is a mythic. 35% crit damage. Man, I wonder what GP is supposed to build. You like have to go quick blades. Yeah, I hope they nerf Rageblade pen. Especially with how much magic damage they're giving you. 6% pen per item? It's like a joke, dude. So you're like 3 other items, you have 18% magic pen? 15% armor pen? Ridiculous. Yeah, Quick Blades and IE are both mythic items. Now on the PvE. Shut up. I don't know. I wonder if, like, is there any item that does this now? This, like, slow immobilize effect thing? Like, if you have Rylai's, does that count for this? Abilities that slow? I assume it does. Yeah, Horizon Focus. I think Rylai's counts, right, for that? I think it does, yeah. Horizon Focus. slowing. Yeah. Yeah, because the only way a pet, like if you have Tibbers, right? You have Rylai's, this would proc. Yeah, it says right here. I assume it works the same way. I'm thinking like, even though Brand is like a meme character, I love Brand. I was just thinking like, if you have like Leandri's Rylai's and you have this, you would just like, you know, AoE slowing everyone, proccing this shit off cooldown. This shit is so cheap. It's so good. You don't even really need it. You don't even need Rylai's really. Your R already slows and your Q stuns. Force Signature Rootstone. Yeah, Imperial is a legendary. It says unique mythic right there, but it's a legendary. It's a crazy item. Even Shroud. Yeah, so all these support items just 2200, dude. Nah, it's gotta get nerfed. I don't know, man. I feel like this just gotta get nerfed. What is this, dude? What is this? Tell me. I don't know if they can get away with this item. This just seems so cringe. Like, so broken. And compare it to current Hullbreaker. This is so shit. Bro, like, I don't understand how... No, I can understand, because people play a different game, obviously. But, like, how are you, like, that out of touch with the game? You think that sucks? How could this be bad? Current Hullbreaker gives you 10 less AD and no move speed for 200 less gold. So for 200 more gold, you're getting 10 AD and 5% move speed. That's worth. 10 AD, 5% move speed? Yeah, that's worth. Like the same stats, right? Yeah, I think that's good. Yeah, I think Hullbreaker is going to be broken. You're going to go Trier Prowlers? Well, Prowlers is a legendary, yeah, so you can go both. I mean, you're not going to go Prowlers York because you can't proc it. You need to dash or come out of stealth to proc Prowlers. So you couldn't proc it as York, but you definitely go Triforce, I think. You'd probably just go Ravenous Triforce Yorick and then go like Flavor or something. Well, you want Hullbreaker too at some point. But no, Triforce is gonna be really good on York. They buffed it a lot. 200 less gold, more stats. It's crazy. Did Maw get buffed? Yeah, Maw's 100 less gold. 10 AD is worth... Yeah, well, yeah, I don't know. A long sword is 10 AD. Yeah, it's 350. So for 200 gold, you're getting that amount of AD, but you're also getting 5% move speed, which is definitely worth more than 200 gold. But yeah, Maw's 100 less gold. And Maw's one of one of the best items right now in the game. So making that item cheaper is just good. This item's busted. A lot of crazy. This item is broken. This is like a if ADC buys this later in the game. Like this number right here is like a joke. 40 AD later in the game. When you're max health. Or above half. It means this one item could give you 100 AD essentially. This one item could just give you 100 AD straight up and 20% lifesteal. And 20% crit. Like it's busted. Yeah, Alawi's literally good right now. Like she's pretty good. Yeah, I picked. She's good into Cassante. Yeah, she got some good items here. Alawi could go like, I guess you could still go Iceborne, but you could go Triforce too. Bro, it's broken. It's broken. There's no way. They don't reduce the cost Draven beyond abilities? Cap. How do I Kled against Lowy aside dodging? Well, her entire like moveset is just like dodging her E and her Qs and standing behind minions for her E. Even if she hits an E on you early game, you could still kill her like by just comboing her because she's going to be standing in place, casting her moves. You just have to make sure you're not like tanking double damage, like standing on top of your vessel to get double hit. So you can still kill her early game, even if she does land an E on you. You just have to not fight her when she has items. When she has levels and items, she just beats you. That's just how it goes. Unless you have a massive lead. But yeah, early game, all there is to it is dodging, standing behind creeps, and then even if she hits you, you can still combo her and beat her early game. She has like no damage without R. When would you be... Exactly. If you're an ADC late game, I mean, you have overheal anyway. Overheal, you know, support probably, and that can heal a shield you. If you drop under half, you're probably gonna die anyway. I mean, you have 20% lifesteal too. That's like a joke amount. You're instantly killing everyone you're hitting anyway. Unless you somehow get flanked in one shot, and then it doesn't matter. What is this? Sort of Wild Rift skins? Okay, don't care. Dude, the Abyssal Mask is a good item now, but it's like it's kind of just like outclassed by Force of Nature, so it's kind of hard to buy it. But this Abyssal Mask is like insane. It's like an insane item. It's hard to find all these items. This is like a joke. Being 2,400 gold, and it's gonna give you at least 69 MR if you're fighting one champ. And then it lowers their MR. The fact that it costs no gold and gives you 70 MR at the very like minimum, and makes you do more damage, or makes anyone that does magic damage more damage. Crazy. Like you're gonna have to like I don't even know. Like if you're an AP champ against a tank and they buy this, you're like fucked. Like if you're Silas and someone builds this against you, you just lose. Like it took them 2,400 gold to get 70 MR against you. Like, do you just give up? All right, I guess I can't hit him. When does the season end anyway? You mean like the split? The actual season doesn't end until like December or November or something. November or something like that. Yeah, Sal's got to build it back. Low-key. This would be good on Kled too, but obviously you'd go Maw first. But Kled doesn't have any magic damage, so he wouldn't benefit from that part. The split, someone told me the other stream, it was like in July. Apparently they posted it somewhere, so it's like in July. Yes. A crazy item though. I don't know, man. These changes are just nuts. Yeah, this is gonna be in ranked. I feel like the problem with Mass on Kled is if you go 2 MR, it usually means the enemy has spells that are so low with CD that Force is better. Yeah. If you need double MR on Kled now, definitely go Maw Force of Nature. But on this patch, definitely go Maw, and then still go Force. Unless your team was like heavy magic damage. It's just that it's 600 gold cheaper. It's like a pretty big deal. If Kled builds this, would it be like for team fighting? Yeah, it'd only be like if you grouped and you knew you had magic damage on your team. But I mean, it's still 70 MR, 300 health for, 2,400 gold. Like, it still benefits you a lot. Is the Fawn passive, which is 30 flat, better than max 45 MR? The thing is, it's like, Abyssal would give you 70 MR against one champ. What was it? It was 9. So yeah, up to 45. So that gives you like 100 MR? 105? The difference is that like Abyssal Mass is just on you as soon as they're next to you. But Force of Nature, you have to take a bunch of, like, you have to get hit a bunch of times to stack it. Because they increase the Force of Nature stacks to be 10 stacks before you actually get any buff. Like, Force of Nature doesn't, like, give you, you know, every time you get hit, you get a little MR. You don't get any of the bonus MR until you get to the 10 stacks. So, like, for Kled, it might be, like, it might be less likely that you'd even survive, like, getting hit by that many times. And then, like, by that time, if you're still alive, you're definitely dismounted. And once you're dismounted, that MR is, like, less valuable because you have less health. Yeah, and then Abyssal, you just get the MR just by being on him. It might even be better, like, for double MR. But at the same time, hold on. They also buffed the QSS item by 10 MR. And I build the QSS item sometimes. I know not everybody builds it, but sometimes I go the QSS item on Kled. And now it's gonna be 50 MR. I might just go mock QSS too.